An Inspector Calls in 5 minutes, part 4. This is the entrance of the inspector and Mr. Burling's story. So, just like we had at the beginning, we have the description of the inspector as a person. What we can see here is, first of all, this impression of massiveness, solidity, and purposefulness that's mentioned. That says he doesn't have to be big, but he gives that impression across. So there's a sense that he is someone to be looked at and to pay attention to straight away when he comes in. The fact he's in his 50s makes him essentially a kind of parallel to Arthur Burling himself. Okay, so he's pretty much on the line of Arthur as a character. They're both in a similar age, so we can draw immediately a comparison with them. Notice when the inspector comes in, first of all, he's very polite to Burling. He refers to him as Mr. Burling and then Sir afterwards. So we get that sense that he's initially polite, but notice please that he's not polite because Mr. Burling's important, just because it's the right thing to be. Still, Burling offers him a drink, which of course he takes. He refuses, as he should do, with that little bit focus here, the phrase "I'm on duty," the first mention of something that will come up over and over again. Burling, having offered him a drink, then moves to the next stage of essentially making clear his credentials. It's almost a minor threat, really, isn't it? It's basically him saying, I'm important, just let you know. And of course, that's suggesting to us that Burling thinks he ought to be treated differently because of that. So, it then launches into the purpose of the inspector coming here. He tells us about the young woman who died. Do notice straight away that he's very, very emotive, as he is any time he mentions Eva and what happened to her. He doesn't just say it casually. He wants them to realise her suffering. Then we get two people's reactions. Well, three really, actually, if we're honest. First of all, Eric, my God, and involuntarily. He doesn't even mean to say it. It's a kind of a natural reaction that Eric is shocked by it. Whereas Burling is just impatient. Yes, horrible business. I don't know what it's got to do with me. So we kind of see that naturally Eric is bothered. Burling is naturally quite uncaring about what happens. It leads into the showing of the photograph. When the photograph is shown, there's this dramatic moment where the inspector doesn't allow Gerald and Eric to see it. It's important in the stage direction that it says Burling stares hard and with recognition, that he recognises this person straight away. I mean, he doesn't lie about it afterwards, but it's important because he doesn't get a chance to respond immediately. What Priestley does is he kind of misdirects us, going into Gerald and Eric wanting to know why they can't see it. This gives us a chance to kind of like observe Burling and his reactions. Yeah, you can see he's bothered. He moves restlessly and tells off Eric for drinking at that point. So clearly he realises this is something he's got to be aware of, got to be careful of. Then we go into the conversation about her. Again, notice he never lies. He doesn't try and avoid it. He never does in the entire play. He just doesn't accept that he's wrong. Once again, having said I'm important, he wants to make clear that Gerald is important, okay, as well. Again, showing the importance of him, but of course, Inspector says about the marriage and then tells him he's got to stay, again, bringing in something potentially for later. So it carries on, and Burling again saying nothing to do with this. The inspector points out to him that it could have been a chain of events. He does accept that. There's something in what you're saying, but very importantly says, I can't accept any responsibility for what's happening. And please note the word can't. Not won't, but can't. It's like it's a physical impossibility for him. Because as far as he's concerned, the consequences of taking that responsibility would be horrendous. We'd all be in an impossible position, wouldn't we, says Burling. And the inspector agrees with him. So that takes us up to the beginning of telling his story, gives us a sense of the two characters together.